Okay, I'm live from New York. It's Saturday night. I always get that confused. You know why? Because when I first became a young adult, that was a big deal in my life every Saturday night. Ah, it is so good to be here with you. Hi, whoever you are. Whew, I'm trying to cool off. Oh boy, what a day. It is a little after 2 o'clock p.m. here in Hawaii. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, all three of you. Aloha oi. Oh boy, that was terrible. Oh. Did I bump my head? Stay sore over here. Okay. Now somebody's talking to me. Oh, you wanted to see my angel? Everybody likes to see my angel. Oh, thank you, Savannah. I hate them. Oh, they got the one nail. He chose the color for this one. It's a red-based purple. This is a blue-based purple. They clash. Therefore, they suck. And then in addition to them, he put it on so thick that even though I waited a long time before I did anything, when I went to turn on the AC in my car, 3 of them got really bad dings. It's driving me nuts. But anyhow, hi Cal. Hi Michelle. Hi G. Oh hi Jamie. Did you get my email? I stay worried about you. And then I thought about what was the problem the last time I didn't hear from you for a long time, and then I went, oh, maybe it was just that again. So no worries. But yeah, let me know regarding that issue of that I talked to you in the first email. So I'm all set up for at least an hour and a half. I got this one big tall glass of ice water. I have another 18 ounces to pour over the ice if there's any remaining. And Michelle, is Adam here, or is he Adam's at work, right? I have myself a banana. We ate such late breakfast, it was like lunch. Savannah is my granddaughter, who is just the sweetest, most wonderful young lady in the world. And he's working. And she has a 5-month-old little son that is adorable. He looks like my dad in baby version. Yeah, I figured that, Michelle, Jamie. Okay, so, Michelle, you're just going to have to tell him. Look what I found at the military commissary. Are you seeing this backwards or forwards? Is it all backwards? Because on my screen, it looks backwards. Somebody advise me. Michelle and her husband, Adam, Savannah, had been telling me about these pistachio Oreos. It's backwards. Okay, now, I know that button just puts the other one. I know, I've seen it since he was, everybody, Savannah had one of those 4D ultrasounds, and at that point in time, I said, oh my goodness, look at my dad. He's got my dad's eyes, definitely my dad's nose. My dad's, it's actually, he's got more of my mouth. But yeah, he's got also, I don't know, his mouth when he smiles in a certain way looks just like my dad. But then again, I look a lot like my dad. So anyhow, it's so strange to see your father, who's passed away, looking like a baby. Because I've only known him as an adult, right? I have not tasted them yet, Michelle. I thought I might open them here and experience it with you. I gotta get a drink of water. Oh my heavens sakes, what a morning. We didn't get up until pretty late. And we desperately needed, because Monday we had spent the whole day on the telephone trying to get Dennis set up for not Social Security. We're trying not to take his Social Security pay until 70, because then it'll be 132%. And we're going to need every little bit, because the economy is always going to be worse than it is now. Backwards. Okay. I'll have to figure out. Thank you, Kels, for answering that for me. Savannah, I found those pistachio ones in the military commissary, which was shocking, because it usually takes them 6 or 8 months to get anything. I want to tell you guys, little Miss Savannah, when she was a baby, she would always point to this, and when she very first started talking, she'd go, "This is me." Isn't that adorable? She would, and I'd say, "Yes, you are my angel." Well, Kels, you know, the nice thing about these are they're the thin ones. See how thin on the package it shows them? They're really, really thin. And let's see, the calories are 4 cookies for 140. So 4 into 140 would be like 35 calories each. That means if you only have 2, you've only had 70 calories. Write the 70 calories down in your calorie count for the day. We're going to start getting busy. I mean it. I'm going to go get myself weighed one of these days, and we will be on the start of Feeling Better Buddies channel. And I'm also going to email, probably I'm going to send a letter to Peter, and when I send a few things that I have been collecting for like 8 months. Just little piddly stuff, you know, not like his Academy Award. And send him a letter and invite him to come visit us in Feeling Better Buddies. And I'm going to tell him, even if he wants it for like privacy's sake, if he wants to get like an account and come in under a pseudonym, a pen name, feel free to do that, and that way he can have the privacy to relax and work on his weight alongside of us. I know he does, Michelle. I'm just shining off all that BS that everybody likes to sling his direction. He sure doesn't deserve that at all. Anyhow, I don't even want to talk about it because he doesn't even want to talk about it anymore. Hi, Katie. We were so worried about you. Katie, Savannah is my granddaughter that's about your age. I think she's a little older. Katie, you just turned what now? I can't remember. You had your birthday like a month ago, right? Savannah turned 20 in July. Oh, you turned 18 in February. That's right. February 14, right, Katie? Savannah, Jim the Cactus is Katie, actually. And she just got her driver's license. Woo! We were celebrating. Katie, I have to admit, some of us old fogies, we were kind of worried that something had happened with you since you got a new driver's license. We weren't serious about that, but it crossed our mind because we hadn't seen you for a long time. You been working? Aha. Well, I can totally understand that. Oh, they're like, Lays, you can't eat just one. Yes, you can eat just one. You just nibble. Put the rest away. Don't even think about it, because the rest are going to taste just like the ones that you eat. Yeah, and I know that Peter wants to lose weight too. And I desperately need to lose weight. And um, there's a couple other people that need to lose weight. And so I'm thinking we need to get that Feeling Better Buddies going so that we can drop a few pounds and get a little bit healthier before all of the holidays start. And we can build our, I call it won't power instead of willpower. I won't overeat that. We can get that muscle a little bit more toned up before the holidays come at us. You know, my one eye is a little less open than my other eye, and there's one way angle you can hit the camera from, and it seems to have an optical illusion of evening it out or making it less noticeable, and I never can figure out which one it is. Is it over here? There we go. Maybe that's better. What do you think? Is that a little better? I know photographers know the trick because you guys have seen my modeling picture and it wasn't really that noticeable in that picture. Anyhow, Savannah is my granddaughter, Jamie. Hi, Janice. Nice to see you. So, yeah, I want to get that Feeling Better's Buddy channel opened up, and I'm going to open it up with my first video. What I'll do is I'll go weigh myself at the Marine base. They have inside their ladies' locker room, at least the last time I was there a couple years ago, they have a really big, heavy-duty scale that's all electronic, and like it's got a wire that comes up the wall, and then it's got the big digital readout up on the wall. And so since I'm so overweight, and that has a high poundage that it can go, weight limit I guess is what I'm looking for, I want to go there and get myself weighed in, come home, make a video, confess to you all what my exact weight is, kind of sketch out for you what my game plan for me is. Now this is going to be a support group, so everybody's going to have to pick the type of weight loss program that they want to do. Some people are going to want to do keto, some people are going to want to do, my friend Alberta is having terrific results with this one thing that her granddaughter explained to her, which is called something fasting, intermittent fasting. So they don't eat anything until 11 in the morning, and then they can eat whenever they want to all day long, and they have to stop eating at 7. So she is right now down to a weight that she hasn't been for a very long time, and it hasn't been all that difficult on her. You basically can eat pretty much what you want to eat. She has making good choices. She's eating a lot less carbs, but she still has carbs, but just less, and a lot more fruits and vegetables. But I'm so excited for her. So everybody needs to figure out what kind of program they want to do. And our Feeling Better Buddies is basically cheerleading each other on to our goal line. Okay, so yeah, we will be accountable to each other. It's really, really helpful if we have to weigh in once a week, weigh ourselves, and come in and post in the comments what our weight is this week, what we feel we did really well, what we feel we didn't do well at all. And we have to, and we make an oath to each other that we're going to do this religiously every week on a certain day. And then during the week, we can pop in there. I can make a little video and tell you every day what it was that I ate, what did I feel I did lousy on that day. And, you know, just be honest with each other, because that's going to help so drastically. Jamie, right? Andrew? Andrew who? Jamie, I am that big, honey. I'm guessing I'm 350 if I'm a day old. Yeah, so it's just, who's Andrew, Janice? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, and you can share it with your friends, and who knows? We might end up with more subscribers over on that channel. Word gets around on the internet. But hey, the more the merrier, right? And Tops was like the forerunner of Weight Watchers. It stands for Take Off Pounds Sensibly. And I took part in that. I think I told this story before. Basically, because they had a scale that went way up high, and I knew that it was once a week I could find out how I was doing. But it was really fun, I have to admit, to be a part of a group that they clapped for me every week and they celebrated every week when I had a weight loss. And I never hit a plateau. I had a weight loss every single week until I was way, way under my goal weight. So, but if I had not had a weight loss, they would have still encouraged me. It's kind of probably a lot like, in a lot of ways, of Peter's group that he goes to, once a week. And it's just people to cheer each other on and to give a word of encouragement, not to scold. No, there's not going to be any judgment going on. That won't be allowed. I think it'll be great for all of us. And so if we can get ourselves to start pulling, in Hawaii we say, instead of losing weight, we say pulling down. If we can start pulling down before Thanksgiving and then just eat moderate portions during Thanksgiving and a little bite of everything, and bigger portions on like the turkey without the skin, and any vegetables that are there, etc. We'll be doing fine during the holidays. I even had, when I was trying to lose weight, I would even lose weight weekly through the holiday season. So it can be done. It's all controlled up here. Well, Katie, I had heard that recently too. And one lady that I watch, one of the ladies that I watch that does the RV living type stuff, she just recently had drastically high blood pressure, stroke level, and she had to go into the ER. And she doesn't think it's the keto diet that she's been on for a while, but I don't know. And so, yeah. She was also at elevation about 7,000 or 8,000 feet, which is pretty high. And that does put a stress on the body. So, but anyhow, we'll get that going. Yeah. Hi, Amanda. So anyhow, golly, this morning has been nutsoid. I started to tell you that Monday we spent all day trying to call. First you have to call TRICARE because he's retired military. And then TRICARE said no, call Medicare. And then Medicare said we actually don't do it, call Social Security. And I had to call Social Security. And then we talked to them about getting him signed up for Medicare. And then we had been told once he put his application in to call TRICARE for Life and get them to switch it over. But when I called them, they said, oh no, you call Deers. So it was the typical military, the cup game where you got 3 cups and you're going, which one's the ball under? So today we wanted to check with Deers and see if there was any way that they could go ahead and start getting the paperwork or the red tape started with his switching from TRICARE Prime to TRICARE for Life. This is what happens to all retiree military. So when they turn 65. So anyhow, we got up late and we proceeded to be on the phone for an hour with them. And I baked up another. This is also, one of the things that got me thinking we got to get going with this. We baked up those Pillsbury pumpkin rolls, which were very tasty. I kind of prefer them the way we made them with the French toast thing, the casserole the other day. And but anyhow, trying to get that kind of junk out of the house so that we can get a fresh start. The Gabby show did the keto for a week and said while she did look great, she wasn't showing pics because she felt it was irresponsible. She ended up with the keto flu. Oh. I've read that it can be good to treat some medical issues, but I also see a lot of doctors that says it's not very safe. Yeah, that's true. It's so high fat. And like I said at one time, keto is kind of like very much like what the old-fashioned Atkins diet was, and I followed it to a T. I tested my urine with the little strips, and I was in ketosis and doing everything perfect. And within a month, I put on 15 or 20 pounds. So my body, I could tell right off the bat, my body did not like that. So for my body personally, what you'll see me be talking about now when we go to our room, I consider that other channel a different room. When we go to our buddy room, you'll see me talking about trying to eat every 3 hours, small snacks in between meals, and then like one of your 3 hours, then it's time for a meal. You have a slightly bigger. I'll try to keep the balance pretty much kind of moderate carbs, moderate protein. I'll be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. I will still be having pizza, but I won't be eating a half a pizza. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, I wasn't raised with a lot of fat because my mother had gallbladder problems when I was in second grade. And so, yeah, I wasn't raised with a lot of fat. So, actually, I eat a lot of butter, though, and it doesn't bother me. But I won't eat massive amounts of butter when I take my little pledge. I'll do like a Girl Scout. On my honor, I will try to do my duty to God and my country to help other people, especially my body. I can't believe that after all these years, I still remember the Girl Scout pledge. All right, Katie, I remember. Oh, I'm so glad that you're safe though, Cindy. And now your power's back, Cindy? I'm glad your house is dry. Although no matter what program you're doing, drink lots of water. Okay, everybody, please, please, please. A healthy kidneys can handle, if you have a normal kidney function, you can handle a massive amount of water. This thing about, some lady died from water poisoning, and it can, if you drink too much, it can mess with your electrolytes and it can kill you. You have to be drinking 2 or 3 gallons every hour practically for that to happen. If you just drink over a day, spanned out over a day, a lot. It's, sippy constantly. Oh my goodness, Cindy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Good for you, Kels. All right. Yeah, the thing about denying yourself and forbidding certain foods is eventually you're going to eat, and you're going to eat a lot of it. And I've been saying that for like since I did my first 240 weight loss back in mid 80s. Well, it took me, 18 months to lose that 240. And I was finished losing about 87, I think, tail end of 87. Hi, Lizzie. Kidney jerk is Lizzie. I'm getting better at remembering. Now, the bad thing is, Priyanka had told me her easier name, I think, one time, and it has gone in and right out of my brain. But I did get Lizzie. I'll remember. I know it took a couple of weeks for me to get that Jim the Cactus was Katie. So anyway, after I did breakfast this morning, yeah, the plant nanny, and it tells you how much water you should drink based on your weight and stuff. That is awesome. It's called Plant Nanny. I'm going to have to go check that out. You log the water you drink, and it waters your plant on the. I love that. Guess who will be downloading that, Katie? Me. I love that. That's so cute. Yeah, if you're running into Goshishi all the time, all those toxins that get released out of your fat globulars, it just passes through so quickly through your systems, it can't do as much damage. As if it sits there sluggish, it's not good. I'm healthy because I drink so much water. That's right, Cindy. Everything in moderation. That's what the yin and yang is about, right? Balance. I always felt that kind of being like the universe was trying to push the balance idea at me for a long time. Kels, that is amazing. I love small stuff like that you can do that. I know, Lizzie. I'm so impressed with myself. I can hardly stand it. Oh, Katie, I can hardly wait to download that. Yes, Michelle, smaller plates. Now, I'll have to tell you, I learned a lot of stuff in the past from Dr. Oz. I haven't watched him for years, but one thing that he said that my friend and I tried, he said if you eat on a blue plate, that's going to have an effect on you. We got blue plates and it didn't do anything to me. But there is a couple of different tricks. You can take a bite and put your fork down in between every bite and try to talk story. If you have somebody there to talk story to, do not have the computer, or don't be watching YouTube, don't be watching TV. Just be focused on what you're eating. And my philosophy is, if it tastes like junk, don't waste your calories on it. Make sure that whatever kind of food you're eating, it really, really tastes good. Even if it means you have to spend some time making it to make sure it tastes good. Because why waste your calories on ugh? Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda. Amanda's one that doesn't need to lose weight. She looks gorgeous. We love you, Amanda. They've invaded my bed. Okay, honey. Well, we've only been here half an hour, and I plan on at least an hour and a half to 2 hours before I get up. I just love cold water. To me, it tastes so yummy. Lizzie, did you put it in the thing and I didn't have it on there? You're not the you're not the girl that I sang to this morning, are you? Oh, you are the girl? Lizzie. No, I didn't sing to Lizzie. We got to sing to Lizzie right now. We got to sing to Lizzie right now. Happy birthday to you. Woo! It blew off my glasses. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Lizzie. Happy birthday to you. Woo! We love you, Lizzie. Birthday kisses. You're lucky you're not here, because this granny, we said, we give as many whoopings on the akole as you are, and then you get pinched on your arm really hard, a pinch to grow an inch. So how old did you turn, Lizzie? Savannah, are you still here? I have a feeling my granddaughter dropped off. Yes, you put it in the comments. How did I miss that? I will put it on this calendar, and then when I write it down on the paper calendar for next year, I'll be good. But at least we got you today. All right. So, Lizzie, what are you doing for your birthday? What did you do? Did they throw you a party? Aw, you're sweet. My horrible singing. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna sing for you guys. This song, my mother was like 100% tone deaf. But since I adored her, this was when I was a little child, and she was tucking me into bed, and at that point in stage in time, she was like the sun and the moon to me. Okay, and so I did not care one iota that she sang to me off key all the time. I just love that she sang to me. But this one, I decided that when I grew up, I was going to sing it to my baby, and I was going to sing it to my grandbabies, and so far I have. And it must be sung off key to be correct. That's the rule. So, Alice, where are you going? Upstairs to take a bath. Alice got in the bathtub, slipped on the soap. Oh my goodness, oh my soul. There goes Alice down the hole. Alice, where are you going? Down the hole. Kids get the biggest kick out of that. They think it's so funny. And then when I taught it to my granddaughters, they're looking at the bathtub hole like, could I really go down there? Oh, it's too much. You turned 30 something. Hey, 30 to 40, best time of my life. Well, I don't know. I had some good times after 40. Best body of my life, I should say. I was, let's see, in 87, I was like 34, 35 when I got down to a size 8. Yeah, first time in my life. Walked out of the airport, my mom and dad looked right past me because I wasn't talking. They didn't even recognize me. Because they had never seen me then. They couldn't even recognize me. That was pretty funny. I think my granddaughter's gone. She was making friends with Katie, though. She probably had to go take care of the baby. Remember, she's got a 5-month-old. And he stays awake a lot more now. I can't remember if I needed to put it this way. This way. We're going to find one day. I'm going to figure it out. Which way the camera has to be for it to not really look that different. I think it's from this angle. Golly, it's only been like 6 months before I started to realize that one of my eyes has just a teeny little coast inward. It's not true cross-eyed, but it's just a teeny little bit. How can you be so old and not notice things about yourself? I just don't know. No, I came upstairs. My other one is downstairs. Everybody will faint when I get my second bedroom all cleaned out and turn it into a room for my filming. That'll be my filming room. Oh no, Michelle, what are you cooking? Yeah, I have 2 of these clothes hanging racks. One upstairs, one downstairs, and I can put that behind. As I lose weight, I'll be able to work more and more on my second bedroom. As it is now, I can just barely work on it, and then my back and my hips are hurting. So, to finish the story about why I'm so late behind today. So yeah, we had our breakfast. Then of course I had to do dishes. We made the phone call during our breakfast. Then I started boiling hard-boiled eggs. Started boiling macaroni, because I take the prepared small container that you get in the cold section. I can't remember. It might be Reese's. Potato salad, the deviled egg potato salad. I dumped that into a big bowl. And then after I've boiled some macaroni and drained it, I add the macaroni. I add 3 hard-boiled eggs that are all chopped up. I add a little squirt of mustard, mayonnaise, a little dab of sugar, and sweet pickle relish. Mix it up, and it's all doctored up, and then put it in the fridge. And that's some of the best potato mac salad you want to have. So I made that, and then of course like another 2 big piles of dishes that created. So that I was just sweating and sweating and sweating, and I'm not a person that sweats. Ooh, chipotle, pineapple, bratwurst, and tomato salad. That sounds so good. A tomato salad. Is it just only tomatoes and what then? I love sausages. Why can't they make sausages that only have like 100 grams of sodium? Ah! I think I've tried those pineapple brats. Oh, Katie, that's good news. It has a nasty, horrible smell, though, doesn't it? At least my experience with it has. I like Best Foods mayonnaise only. And it makes me sad, Jamie, because 1 itty bitty tablespoon of mayonnaise has 100 calories. So I can tell you from the way I eat currently, a lot of my calories come from mayonnaise. Bad girl, bad girl. Winesburg Meats in Winesburg, Ohio. Oh, they make their own? Oh, you do believe they ship, but I'm not 100%. Oh, might have to try some of that. Mm. Only mustard goes on uh, brats and sausages and hot dogs. But mayonnaise, it goes into like tuna salad, potato salad. I'm a hamburger. Yes, Katie. Oh, good. We finally found something that works for Katie to put weight on. I even dip my French fries in mayonnaise. True confession. Because when I lived in Belgium, ninth, 10th, and 11th grade, that was what I learned there, that naughty, naughty, naughty behavior. Okay, so they would make the best friggin' French fries in the entire world in Belgium. I know France tries to take kudos for it, but seriously, I mean, seriously, if you know history, I mean, if you really know, Belgium started it. Okay, so they do certain things to their potatoes. They only use a certain kind of potato. They only cut it a certain way. They only do this and this and this to prep the potato. Then they only cook it in hot peanut oil. Okay, I'm just saying. They put it in a big cone of paper which absorbs the French fry oil. They have these ginormous, probably 5-gallon jugs on the side there, all filled with like mayonnaise. Some have mayonnaise and like chili sauce mixed together, tartar, all kinds of different flavors. Some I think have something to do with mussels. I can't remember. But at any rate, you get this cone of hot, fresh French fries. And once you pick what topping, they go like this with a big, huge spoon and plop. Right there in the middle, you got this big wad, at least half a cup, I tell you. Now, how many tablespoons in a half a cup? Do load, I can tell you that. And we eat it all. I'm sorry, my guilty pleasure. So to this day, if we go to a restaurant, I always ask for mayonnaise on the side to dip my French fries in. This is something that I mourn the loss of when I lose weight. I just can't afford. I choose not to give up my calories for that. Mayonnaise and ketchup mix. Oh, pretzels dipped in honey mustard is good. Yes, it is. Oh, Peter uploaded a Harry Potter update. Cool. Yes, I am that person at Wendy's. Oh, you dip your fries in milkshakes. I was seeing an old mukbang by Peter, and he was eating Wendy's, and he dipped French fries into Frosties. I've had people tell me to do it at McDonald's into their ice cream. Tried it, could not see what it was the big dealio over that. I'm sorry, just did not do it for me. How did you decide, let's try this? Try what, honey? Ranch is good too. Okay, Michelle. You're a lucky girl then when you try to lose weight because you don't have to deal with that. I'm every time I try to adjust my eating habits, I throw temper tantrums because you know what? I'll bring it down to putting it on a sandwich, just putting like 1 teaspoon of mayonnaise on, and I'll calculate and write it down that that's 35 calories, and then I just put it on really lightly, and I really feel sorry for myself. That's nutsoid. I know it is, but it's like I love that condiment. So right now, down in my kitchen, I got my potato mac salad getting nice and cold in the fridge, and I have got my pulled pork that I cooked yesterday in the crock pot. I got my pulled pork now sauced down with barbecue sauce and all of my other little goodies I put in to doctor it up. So that's simmering. And when it comes time for supper, I'm all set. I've got a, you remember when I did that Nutri-Slicer demonstration a couple days ago? I have got to eat that cucumber because I got a long piece of cucumber left still yet. One day I would love to taste an authentic, how do they call them? Punte? I can't know what the Canadians eat it. They put French fries, then they put gravy, and then they put cheese curds, but I don't think their cheese curds are like our cheese curds. Poutine. Okay. I want to taste that one time. Oh, yeah. I think maybe we should change the subject. What I could do to change the subject is open these cookies. Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh. You know what? I heard that you could take cucumbers, cut them lengthwise. Boston does poutine. They have the Canadian type cheese curds. Because I don't know if America makes the same kind of cheese curds. Oh, my tooth is sore. My gum. Okay, Michelle, I'll wait. I think I'd love to see Boston. My dream, ideally, would be, I don't know if our small little place that could be like our base for Dennis and me, I don't know if it would be in the mainland somewhere or if it would be over here, but once we got that situated, I would love to be in the mainland in a nice RV or a van that's made into a comfortable RV, and then travel around, meet you guys, experience all these different things. And if we could have like a couple of you guys with your own RVs travel with me because I'm old, I would feel more safe. If I could have, we could have the Jima gang. I told you guys about Alberta and me calling, it's the Jima gang. We'd be bouncing around to Pop and Tag song. Yeah, that's how we roll. We grandmas. We, the Jima gang. We used to have such a great thrift store. Rachel, my daughter, when she was in high school, her and her friends loved, it's called Savers. I think we might have one on Dillingham still yet. But we had one in Aikahi Center close by here. And fantastic thrift store. Come and get you in Arizona. I'm scared of the what you call it, not prairie, desert. I'm scared of the desert. Bad juju desert. You'll have to fly in to where someplace else that's not desert. The thing is, if you have your own RV, you got to make sure it's constantly serviced. You don't want any kind of, I watch all these RVers, and the ones that are truly honest, they'll tell you that one of the things that really sucks is when your RV breaks down. Oh, Katie, that would be fun. Right, Jamie? It was kind of etched into my mind because Rachel was only 9 weeks old. I was scared that heat was going to kill her. I was scared rattlesnakes were going to come and attack us. Anyhow, thank goodness it worked out. So, Katie, would you drive? Quebec makes the best. Kels, you've been to Quebec? I have to brush up my French. They speak French up there in Quebec, right? I have to get a visa. I no more passport. When I was a kid, I had a passport. Too bad I didn't keep it. I don't know where it went off to. It would have been cool to look at now because back in those days, whenever you went into a country in Europe, you had to stop at the gate and get it stamped and. One in 30% through. You're 30% French descent? You mean your DNA? I want to take one of those DNA tests and find out for reals. That would be fun, but I want to find out which company tells you more precisely what countries. I know some of those countries, some of those companies that do DNA, they just say kind of generic, like a certain area. But they don't say, oh, specifically this area. I want specifics if I'm going to bother with it. My husband says, "Oh no, because then the government has your DNA on file." I'm like, they probably have our DNA on file anyhow. Especially people that have been involved with anything to do with the military. Croatian and German. I heard that. Oh, you think? I don't know if all Canadians speak some. Maybe just like a few words, Lizzie. It's like over here, even people that were born and raised here, they don't all speak Hawaiian. Hi, Adam. Sorry you had to go to work today. Humbug. Wee wee. Well, I took it in Belgium and I loved it. And I was pretty good. 23andMe, we haven't sent it in yet. You worked 13 hours, Adam? Oh, lordy, lordy. As I recall, you work at a factory, right? Do you have to stand up that entire time? Boy, I need to use some moisturizer. I got a dry patch right here. Right here. Oh, cool. Well, supposedly somebody in my way back ancestry, or so my mother told me, was like the right-hand man to a czar in Prussia, I don't know. I think I've got a little Russia. They thought we were German, but then my cousin found out that actually our family was in the area of I think Liechtenstein, over by Switzerland and France, and in that area also, that they were kind of overcome by the Germans, so that's why we thought we were German. I don't know. It will be fun to find out. That is so cool, Katie. Lizzie, you're in Canada? We're glad you're here, Adam. Did your wife tell you what I got? I found it at the military commissary. Could not believe my eyes. And I'm sorry that my settings mess it up and you have to see it backwards. Do these look familiar? Huh? Did those look familiar? I waited to try them on camera. I want to review more stuff. Somebody said I should review my hot air cooker, so I'm going to do that. And if there's anybody that does not have a pressure cooker or an Instapot, I would be happy to also review the Instapot for you guys. I'm skeptical, Adam. To me, chocolate and pistachio are not flavors that, but we'll find out. We'll see. I'm going to put my water on the side. I guess this is going to be my lunch. I have a banana. I'll eat mostly banana. So, here's the trick. Everybody that's never had an Oreo. Is there anybody in America that has never had a package of Oreos? Comment below. I don't believe that could happen. You would like to see how the Instapot... I love the Instapot. It is either my second or my third electric pressure cooker. I love them so much and I use them so frequently that I wear them out. Okay, rip. There they are in all their glory. Look at how nice and skinny. Now, Adam, was your package the thin ones or do they actually exist in the thick kind? Because they did not have the thick filling. They only had these really thin ones, which was fine with me because I love the thin cookies. Oh, okay. So, does anybody do canning? And has had success with canning? I have never, ever canned. But I got an idea this morning and a bee in my bonnet about canning something. Okay. They smell interesting. They smell like a chocolate Oreo. Okay. Tomato sauce. Janice, I'll talk to you in a minute about this. Oh, okay, now, wait a minute. I have to eat my words. Or the Oreo. Chocolate and pistachio go really good together. Who would have known? I kind of like to suck on them. Pistachio, Janice. Now, this is how I always eat them. Scrape it off. Now, if I have the kind of Oreos that have a white cookie, I can break them up in little pieces and let the dogs have taste, but not with chocolate. Mmm. And portion control. Because I could just eat 2 or 3 of these really slow, and then, I'm good. Mm. I did not think pistachio would go good with this flavor they got in the cookie, but it's good. Look how much my nails grown out. My natural nails almost as long as my fake nails. Adam, this is a good call. You did good. You did good, brother. Now get ready to go to the diet room. Before you came, we were talking about I'm going to open a third channel for the Feeling Better Buddies. We're going to kind of get our booties in gear, start pulling down our weight a little bit so that when the holidays come, our willpower is stronger. Our portion control talents are sharpened up. And then when the holidays come, we can just eat in moderation and we'll be fine. Jamie. I really like the filling. Because, see, I'm okay with chocolate, but ever since I got broken, I told you guys how all of a sudden I didn't like it, right? Didn't eat chocolate for 6 years. Oh, that's too bad, Adam. I want to go to Walmart and see if I can find those pumpkin spice snickerdoodles. Maybe I'll go tomorrow after I drop Dennis off. We were close by yesterday when I was hanging out with Alberta and her granddaughter, and we kind of went holo holo for a little bit. We were close to a Walmart, and then she's like, does anybody want to go to Walmart? I said no, because it seems like I wanted to get something in there, but I can't remember what it is. So we came home, and then I remembered what it was. Oh, Michelle, you're going to make it with the French toast batter poured on top? See, I like it that way. When I made them today, I made them just as they came out of the can, the way they were supposed to be. And I did a little bit, and I'm going to add it to my story time. And what I said in there basically is they're yummy, but to me, when I poured the French toast batter on it and baked it like a casserole, to me, you could taste the pumpkin flavor much more easily than when we baked it off today, just as rolls. I mean, they were good. And you could taste the pumpkin, but not as predominant. And also, I had told Peter, he had tweeted something about how everybody's doing. And I had said that I was being lazy, and here in Hawaii it was still such and such time, and I was snuggling under the blanket. I said, of course, I have to put the air conditioner on so that I can do so. And I said, I think I'm going to go make a pot of coffee in these, and I put the picture of the pumpkin spice up. Well, he reacted and said, oh my God, I want one of those. So I responded back to him, and I said, well, if you do buy them, make sure when you take them out of the package, out of the tube, that you take a sharp knife and cut down where they were supposed to be separated into individual rolls, because both tubes that I had, they had not been cut all the way through. So you would go to separate 2 rolls and they'd be connected. I'm kind of adding to what I told him. And I see that he did a thumbs up on my advice that he should cut through with a sharp knife. Oh, according to Dennis, I make the best pumpkin pie ever. And I can tell you what I do. I add 1 extra egg. I use the Libby's pumpkin. Don't get the pumpkin pie mix. Get the one that's just the pumpkin puree. Okay, I follow their recipe that's on their can. Get the small little 15-ounce can, right? Not the ginormous one unless you're going to make 3 pies. Um, okay, so here's how you make the ultimate best pumpkin pie in the world. Use the Libby's pumpkin. Instead, I think they call for 2 eggs. I use 3. Or if they call for 3, you use 4. I always use 1 extra egg. Okay? They call for X amount of sugar. Excuse me. I use half brown sugar, half white sugar. I mix the 2 of them. Then I use predominantly cinnamon, and I kind of go heavy on it. I go like this. I measure my cinnamon like this. I don't use a measuring spoon. And then I use like half, maybe I would say a teaspoon of quote unquote pumpkin pie spice that you can get from McCormick. And I don't use any extra cloves or nutmeg or any of that junk. I also add 2 caps full, measure with the plastic cap that is on your vanilla extract. They don't call for vanilla extract in their recipe. Add 1 or 2 capfuls of vanilla extract. That also makes it really good. And I think that's the only changes in their recipe that I did. Now, having an extra egg is going to make you have a little bit too much batter for a deep dish pie. I don't know. Usually I use a frozen pie shell, the 9-inch deep dish. If you had a 10-inch deep dish, it might fit. Regardless, if you've got a little leftover batter that was making it too high and you thought you were going to spill it all over the oven, you can pour it in a little baking tin or a dish or anything that you've sprayed with Pam, and just bake it off, and it's just a little extra. Give the cook something to nibble on when don't ever throw away batter. That's the old school way. Winner, winner. Okay. I love it. Probably tastes even better with a cup of hot coffee. Oh, wow, Jamie, that's so awesome. Definitely whipped cream. Although if you use the, what is that frozen one? Oh, golly. We've used it like forever. For people with diabetes, it's not so bad. Cool Whip. But I use the real whipped cream, yeah. My favorite thing to bake, I think once I grate my carrots in the next day or 2, I think I'm gonna say carrot cake. I think I'm gonna love it. I have baked some cheesecakes in the past. Probably 30 years ago, I had a cookbook that was nothing but cheesecakes. It got lost. It was one of those cookbooks. If anybody ever sees it, buy it and send it to me. I will reimburse you. It was one of those really tall and kind of big books, maybe 11.5 inches tall, maybe 10 inches wide, and it was real thin. And it was nothing but cheesecakes. And there was like German chocolate cheesecake. There was pumpkin cheesecake. There was every variety of cheesecake you could think of. the kind you have to bake in a water bath, the kind you don't bake at all, which I don't like to make. I don't like to eat the kind that is no baking. I like real cheesecake. Um, they had a lot, and I tried a lot of those in there, and it was really good. But baking, let's see, I made a Twinkie cake last year. I'm not kidding you. It's called a Twinkie cake, and you make it in a bundt cake pan. And I took it to the kids over at T-Mobile and gave it to them. And it was delicious. It has the texture and the flavor of Twinkies, and it is amazing. Oh, you got a monsoon coming? Wow. Katie, if you're a fidgeter, that's probably another reason why you have trouble losing weight. I mean, putting on weight, keeping on weight. Because when I am trying to lose weight, I force myself, I make a conscious effort to become a fidgeter because that burns off calories. You don't realize it, but it's true. We need you to kind of learn how to meditate and get still and quiet in your mind and just get so zen. Get Katie zenned out, man, so she doesn't fidget because she wants to save those calories, not burn them off. Yeah, Adam, it's actually pretty easy too. It's just the first time I made it, I cracked it because I forget what I did. Oh no, I don't forget what I did. The first time I made the Twinkie cake, I cracked it because I had tried to coat the bundt pan with coconut oil and it did not stick. And so when I tipped it upside down, some of the cake stuck to the bundt pan and some of it didn't. So we ate that. It was a hot mess. We just nibbled on it. Then I did it a second time and it worked great because I used it spray on the bundt pan. And it's kind of an elaborate system. When you have to let it cool for X number of minutes, and then you have to tip it out a certain way on a plate. Then you have to tip it back into the pan, I think, if I'm recalling correctly, and let it cool. And then what you do is you cut little holes all the way around the bottom of the bundt pan, and you have made the filling, which is very, very identical to the filling in a Twinkie. You've put that in a Ziploc bag and cut the tip off so you can squeeze it, and you fill each one of those holes. And I took some of the cake that I had cut carefully out of the holes, and I filled it back in the bottom, and then you put another plate on it and tip it upside down. So when you look at it, you can't tell how the filling got in there. But when you cut it, everybody gets filling. Because you space the holes pretty close together. Maybe 2 inches apart is all. It is really cool. And the T-Mobile kids went berserk over it. They just loved it. And now I had told them this year I'm going to make them a chocolate version of that. So I'm going to use the same recipe, only I've got a dark fudge cake mix and I've got a dark chocolate pudding mix that you put in there. And I'm going to make them. And I told them I'm going to bring them the cake. They have to promise to give me one slice when they get it there in the break room. Bring one slice, cut it, and put it on a plate and bring it out to me so that I can taste it. I said, I don't want it in my house. I want to taste it. I want to experience it, but then I want to let it go. They said, no problem, Auntie. Hi, Tony. You're on break at work. Okay. Aw, Lizzie, I'm sorry you have to go, but I understand. You're welcome. We love you. Mm, you have a good dream. I hope you got a good present from somebody this year. Every birthday needs at least one good present, right? Adam, Kidney Jerk's name is Lizzie. I'm so proud that I remember that. It's like I'm going to set off fireworks because I remembered a new name. We're doing good, Tony. Tony, I just tried, you just missed it. I tried the pistachio. Sorry that it's backwards, but it's pistachio Oreos. The thin ones. Oh, Tony, you got to try those. If you like chocolate and if you like pistachio. I didn't think the combination would be good. I ate 3 and they were yummy. Oh, the best present I ever received. Ooh, that is really rough because you want to say, like, oh, God gave me my daughter, my granddaughters. But I mean, if you're just talking about material kind of presents, hmm. And sure enough, if I say one thing, then Dennis will hear that I said only this thing, and he'll go, wait a minute, what about that year when I got you such and such for your birthday or our anniversary? Or, um, and we've had a lot of birthday and anniversaries. Are they crushed nuts? It's just the flavor of pistachio, Tony. It doesn't actually have any nuts in there. Yeah. I have bad teeth too, Auntie. I mean, Tony. No, Katie. We were saying goodnight to Lizzie. Lizzie had to go bye-bye. And I was trying to think of what the best present, because Adam had said, yeah, everybody answer. What is the best present you ever got? And you can't count people, because people are always the best present. So it's got to be a material thing. I really don't want to say my true answer because after we hang up from here, I'm going to be recording my story time, and I think that's my best answer. So I always say my second best present. Hmm. Okay, bye, Tony. Sorry to hear that everybody's in a really weird mood. Something in the stars, probably. Sippy, sippy. Hi, Caitlin. Oh, I only got 1/2 glass of water left. You know what that means. I better sip slow. So we've had a lot of grumpiness, and I don't think she's feeling good. I don't think she's even eating right now. Little Bachi, my little one who's 6 years old, she was having the hysterical pregnancy, carrying her baby around, snarling at her mother, and now she's gone in heat on top of that. So think of think of a household of teenage girls all PMSing at the same time. That's what we got going on here. Oh, oh, Caitlin, yummy. Ah, your engagement ring. It's hard for me to think because I have too much stuff. Oh, yeah, Michelle, it is kind of. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That your grandma's ring. That was awesome. Well, I'm thinking now, one present that was really neat was when Dennis had just reenlisted in the military on our first anniversary, around our first anniversary. And we had been too poor for me to have anything other than a little skimpy little gold band. And oh, thank you. I've had it a long time, just long enough to misplace the lid. Oh, thank you. Um, so anyhow, he had just reenlisted, so we had a few $100s because back then reenlistment bonus wasn't the huge thing that it is nowadays. Nowadays, guys that are reenlisting for the first time, a lot of times they're getting $1,000, $2,000 and more. Back then, he was lucky to get a few hundred. So he took me to one place that had lots of good jewelry. And he surprised me. He said, okay, you can pick out a diamond ring, or you can pick out a diamond and we'll have it fixed into a ring. And he said, here's your choice. We got X number of dollars to use. So you can either have a really big ring, but it would be a really bad quality diamond and probably, whatever. Or you can have a smaller one and have a really good quality diamond. So, even though I was only 20 and I had not yet worked with jewelry, like now, I know I made the right choice, but then it was just good logic, I guess. So I chose the 1/3 carat, but it was really, really top of the line, really good. And back in those days, the diamond itself was worth $460. And I had it appraised probably 30 years ago, and it was valued at about 1,400 or 1,600, one of the two. In 30 years' time, I've forgotten whether it's 14 or 16. But the diamond has, gone up in value. So, woohoo! Good choice. I should have I should have it appraised again. But to be honest, to get it appraised costs $200 to $300 if you're really getting it appraised by a GIA gemologist. So, yeah, I just will go keeping it. But I've had a lot of great gifts. Mostly, he lets me pick my own gifts. He's like, what am I getting you for your birthday this year? He wants me to get something that I know I would like. And he knows that he doesn't want a chance messing up. So how about everybody else? So Adam had a watch. What kind of watch did Michelle give you? Well, I think my best present was not even for any occasion. And I'm going to tell that in my story time that I'm going to do and then upload right after we're done here. I know, right? Michelle, that is. People and time. That is the best gift. And health. But I mean, if we're talking material things. Oh, Caitlin. Oh, I don't blame you. That is awesome. Oh, that's a neat thing to give. Oh, when I was selling jewelry, that's something that we would point out when people were buying at Christmas time, watches for people, or even for like graduation or any kind of special event, we'd always point out to them that when you give a watch, in essence, you are kind of telling them, I'm giving you my time. It's a sentimental way that you can say, I'm giving you, and if I had the world to give anything and everything, I would give you a lot of time. I would give you a long life. Or I'm giving time with me. Like that's the essence, Michelle, giving it to you, Adam, at your wedding. Hi, Sharon. I'm sorry I wasn't at your thing. I saw that you were going to have a live, and I thought, oh no, if I had only known, because I had previously put on the Chatterbox Facebook that I was going to do a live, and so I was kind of sort of committed to being here, and I was like, no, I want to be at Sharon's, but I need to follow through. So, Sharon, what is the best material type gift that you ever received? We're not talking like people, like, it's, we all think that our babies or our grandkids or our health, or we're not talking that stuff. We're talking about real material stuff. What was the best that you liked? Best present you ever got? I loved your review on that thing for your wrist, but man, I can't be spending $300. I would love it though, being over here in the tropics where I'm all the time feeling hot. She did a review on her channel. You should check it out. This neat gadget that you can put it on your wrist, and if you're cold, you can touch it until it makes a red, and then it heats up, and then you feel warmer because your wrist has been heated up, or you touch it and it cools your wrist down, and then your sensation is you're cooler. Pictures of your grandbabies. I think that's kind of cheating. Sharon, that's kind of... No, I guess it's not. It's not. Because then that would be cheating the blanket that she had gotten. Caitlin? Caitlin, put the pictures up in the Chatterbox, honey. I think you joined the Chatterbox on Facebook, didn't you? Oh, that's wonderful, Adam. Sharon, I was going to see, originally I was going to video a story time that I was going to upload, and then I was going to do my live, but time was slipping away from me here in Hawaii, and it was 2 o'clock. I knew that that was late in the mainland, so I switched it. So after we're done with the live, then I'm going to make the video of my story. So you'll want to catch my story because that kind of answers the question, what was the best present I got ever? Oh, you know what? Those are two separate stories, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them together. Yeah, but you know what? I'm glad you got that. What is it called? Oh, it's just right out my brain. Sharon, tell them what the watch. It's not a watch. It's a bracelet thing. Any of you guys that need to cool off or stay warm and don't mind spending $300, Sharon's got the answer for you. Ember Wave, right. The Ember Wave, yeah. Go watch her video on that. I gave Dennis on our 30th anniversary, I gave Dennis a pocket watch. He had been wanting a pocket watch. So I got him a pocket watch, and I took it and had it inscribed with I can't even remember what I wrote down though, but it was really special and wonderful. And it was 15 years ago. He's got it somewhere. He found it, but it's not working. And I don't know, maybe he threw it away. I hope he kept it. But he's not really a keeper for sentimental reasons. But anyhow, Adam, when I got him this pocket watch, then I told him that we were going to go down to this one restaurant down in Honolulu that we had never been to and we had heard so much about. And so I told him we had the reservation. And then when he was at work, Rachel and I went down to the restaurant, and I had set it up with them. And I had it wrapped with a bow on it, and I gave it to them, and I said, okay, now when we order dessert, that's your cue to bring out the present and give it to him. And then we ran back to our side of the island, and we pretended we'd been doing nothing all day long. And then Dennis and I got all spiffy. And, oh, I see Caitlin added a photo to Sunny's chatterbox. Yay! So I took him to dinner all by ourselves. We were all dressed up, which is very, very unheard of between us. And because he doesn't like to dress up. And we went in, we had a nice dinner. We actually have a couple pictures from that, and I should upload that to Chatterbox and let you see that. And then I said, yeah, let's have some special, we need a special dessert. That's my excuse, my anniversary, my birthday, and Mother's Day. It was my excuse to have a really naughty dessert. So then they come bringing it out, and he was totally, at first he was totally confused. He thought that the restaurant was giving him a present. And so he said, he thought it was a present for both of us. So he said, no, you open it for us. You open it for us. And I said, no, you open it, you know. And he didn't understand. He thought that the restaurant was giving us a present. And he opened it, and then he saw it. He liked it. Oh, you know, family heirlooms is really special. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Nicola's back. Yay! Hi, Nicole. Ah, I'm glad, Adam. So Nicole, you missed out because we were talking about getting the better feeling better buddies room open up, and yeah. So if you have a chance to watch this after it's all over and they make it watchable, yeah, watch that part because I was talking about us getting going, and I'm going to kick it off the day that I actually go into the Marine base, get my absolute starting weight, and come in and make a video. I'm so glad that your dad's okay, though. Oh, that's somebody new. Kate Southwest from Scotland. It's so fun when we get people from Australia, Scotland. We had some from Sweden. And where else did we have? New Zealand. We got 2 people from New Zealand. Oh, oh, how exciting, Caitlin. Nicole, what is your favorite gift that you've ever received? A material gift, not like grandbabies or anything like that, but 2:43 a.m. Oh wow. I would love, love, love one day to fly and see Scotland. I've seen them in movies. I've seen your mountains, and I love mountains. Totally love mountains. And I love green. You have a lot of green areas in Scotland, right? Not too many dry, brown, dead areas. It's all been very lush. Am I right or am I wrong? That's how people that have never been there, that's how we see it in things like in movies. Who else would love to go to Scotland? We should all get a tour group together and go. Is your name Kate? K8SW. Oh. Oh, that's amazing, Nicole. Oh no, Michelle. Okay. I know I have mine plugged in advance because I thought that might happen to me. We love you, Michelle. Mwah. And plus, you need to serve Adam that yummy dinner that you've been working on. Oh, he's probably been eating it while he's talking story with us. You know what? We got a lot of places we need to go together and see. We need to see New Zealand. We need to go to Scotland and see Scotland. Then we need to go to Montana because who is that nice young lady that was originally from Sweden, but then moved to Ireland, and now she lives in Montana? I can't remember her name, but I remember her story. Yes, lots of green. I live right at the top of Scotland next to John O'Groats. Yes, I'm Kate. Oh, so jealous. I love green mountains. That's why I live close to the Ko'olau Mountains here in Hawaii, Kate, because I love the green. But I think your mountains are way bigger than ours. Wouldn't that be fun, Caitlin? Oh, man. I'm so jealous, Adam. I love sausages. I was like crying in my beer, tears in my beer, because I want people to start making yummy sausages that don't have a ton load of salt in it so I can have some too. I feel so sorry for myself. Hi, Katie. Figure out what to do with all your books. Donate them to, Katie, donate them to like a library that doesn't have so many. Although, Adam, I'm not going to feel too sorry for myself because I don't think you heard. I made pulled pork with barbecue sauce. It's in the crock pot, simmering away as we speak. And I have potato mac salad that I made. You're going to hop off too. So glad you love the Oreos. I'm going to go have another one and think of you. Okay, honey. You get a good rest after such a long day. You take good care of yourself, please, for us, because we love you. I know, right? I love pork, anything and everything. I like pork adobo, Filipino style. I have no idea what kind of cooking Scotland is known for. I hate to say that because I love all different kinds of culinary things. But people don't talk too much about Scottish food, do they? In America, I don't know. You need to stop eating pork, but it's so good. And Nicole, it's so cheap. I can buy at the commissary a package that's got 3 big pork chops about this thick, and it's like $3. Oh no, Katie. No, the sauce that we don't like real spicy sauce. It's just a regular. I use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then I doctor it up. I put a little guava syrup in it and a little brown sugar, a little bit more of sweet Maui onions sliced in there, and a little squirt of mustard. I always doctor stuff up. I never just serve it right out of the jar. Janice, that's the one thing I have heard. I think maybe it tastes worse than poi. Everybody hates poi when they come over here. But once you get the hang of it, plus, if you have eaten some really fresh made poi, it's sweet and it's just yummy. Now, they leave it sit out in a bowl covered with water on top of poi, and it starts to ferment and get a little bit on the sour side. I like it like that, just on when it's just turning sour. I like it with fried fish that's got crunchy Hawaiian salt sprinkled on top. It's a nice flavor combination. Okay, Nicole. My granddaughter wants me to help her cook, teach her to cook too. You know, it's kind of a lost art anymore, right? Where did Kate go? I'm not hearing her tell us what we need to know about cooking in Scotland. What is your favorite thing to cook in Scotland that is something you cook all the time that everybody likes to eat over there, Kate? We like to learn. Oh, that's neat, Nicole. Don't you think that guys that enjoy cooking are kind of sexy? Because there's something sensual about cooking and eating, and guys that really get into it, they're very sensual, I think. I got an itchy nose. Who's the fool I'm going to kiss? in this room? I'm looking over all of you. I'm gonna kiss a fool. I'm gonna kiss Janice. No, just playing with you. Caitlin, isn't that the truth? You know what? My grandma would grow tomatoes. It's very plain, really Scottish specialty. Haggis, neeps, turnips, patties, potatoes. Hmm. Well, that's sad, Kate. And so my grandma grew her own tomatoes and she made her own ketchup. And I am so sad I don't have the recipe for ketchup because hers was more brown than it was red. It was tomato based, of course, because she used all her fresh tomatoes from her yard. But the spices that she put in there, and I think she put brown sugar, it was so good. And I remember she'd clean out Heinz 57 bottles and she'd put her homemade ketchup in that bottle. And she made a funny, cute little smile and twinkle her eyes and she'd call it catsup. Catsup. As if she spelled it CATSUP, catsup. She goes, I made catsup. My grandma and I were like this, which is funny because now my granddaughter Savannah and I are like this. Now I love Kaylee too, but it's like her and I are, our personalities are real different. So even though I love her to pieces, I don't love Savannah anymore. It's just that Savannah and I are kind of cut from the same cloth, as they say. Kindred spirits. Oh, you love to cook stews, soups, and Mexican. So they eat like other kind of cuisines too over there. That's good. Kind of like in America. We like Italian food. We like Mexican food. We like Japanese. I love Filipino food. I love Hawaiian food. Over in Hawaii, that's why lots of people are fat. We have too many different kinds of cooking genres, and they're all delicious. And a lot of them are based in starch. Oh, I saw a hamburger soup on one channel on YouTube. Was that Simply Sarah, I believe? She made a taco soup with hamburger meat. Hawaiian food, um, they'll take like this pork that I used to make in my crock pot. I just cooked it down with water that was heavily laden with liquid smoke because in my apartment, I cannot have a smoker like they do in Texas and smoke the meat. Grace, you're Filipino, I take it. I love Filipino food. So the true Hawaiian food, they would have pork that's been like usually they cook the whole pig, right? And they rub it and fill it full of Hawaiian salt and they wrap it in tea leaves and banana leaves and then they bury it in the ground and cover it with big boulders that are hot, heated up, and then they cover it with wet burlap bags. That's called an imu, and they let it steam inside there, and then they bring it out and they shred it, and it's so good. But we do kind of fake Kahlua pork. That's called Kahlua pork when you get it that way. And we kind of do fake ones in our houses in a multitude of ways. Then they would have poi, which we eat with our fingers, and it's like a texture of slime. And it's the taro root that has been steamed and then beaten. And so it's like down to a pudding consistency, but it's got an elasticity to it because it's a starch. And if it's brand new, fresh, it's sweet and nice. And then they eat lots of rice and, of course, pineapple. At luau's, you get all of these kind of things. Yeah, I did it in the crock pot. Well, I'm thinking if we're having the Feeling Better Buddies channel, then over here I would teach the recipes so that we won't. It's kind of schizophrenic, isn't it? To love food, but on the other hand, like I was telling them, when you're losing weight, don't eat food that doesn't taste good. Why waste your calories? Make really good food, but if it's high in calories, eat just a small amount and eat something else to help fill you up, like vegetables. Oh, thanks, Zena. I didn't even see you come in. Am I saying your name's Zena? Is that correct, or is that wrong? Hi, Lauren. Nice to see you too. Pretzel salad. That sounds neat. When I was in Omaha, Nebraska for 3 years, my next door neighbor lady, she taught me how to make frog-eyed salad, and that is so good. And it's so naughty. And I have to order because they don't carry them anywhere on the island. These small little pastas that look like little beads, and you cook those, and then you basically it's a fruit salad with pineapple and whipped cream and fruits and stuff like that, nuts, and it's so good. But it's so cute because we call it frog-eyed salad. The little pastas look like little frog eyes. I like fried okra, macaroni and cheese, green beans, collard greens. I can pass the collard greens. I know you don't like olives, Nicole. I remember that. Oh, pork and pineapple. Ooh, together. Yum, 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 yum. I love the old-fashioned um, sweet and sour pork. But it's kind of very time-consuming because you have to make the coating for the pork, cut the pork in chunks, deep fry that, kind of put that on the side. Then I cook the bell peppers and onions and make the vinegar and sugar, and then you make a cornstarch slurry. Once you've heated it, once you stir fried your vegetables, carrots, onions, bell peppers. I like to use the orange and the yellow ones so that I don't burp. Um, yeah, and then you start making your sauce, which is vinegar and pineapple juice and sugar, and then the cornstarch slurry. Then you marry everything together, right? But it's so good, pork and pineapple. The other day we went to a Chinese restaurant, Dennis and I had shrimp pineapple, which has a sweet and sour sauce, and then just these big, fat, juicy shrimp in the batter that's been deep fried. Wow, I ate way too much of that. See, once I start losing weight, that's a no-no because I will eat almost a whole plate full of that stuff, along with rice. I'm the only one in house that will eat cooked pineapple. Ah, So I'm coming up on 2 hours. I'm wondering. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have told Nicole. I just let it slip. Nicole's the nurse. Kate, she knows that I get puffy legs from sitting with my knees bent for hours on end. I think I'm doing pretty good. We won't push it though, because I'm going to video my thing, my story time, and put it up. Yep, Nurse Nicole. She's going to give me dirty lickings. That's what they call it over here. Or false crack. Dirty lickings is what parents give kids. They bend them over their knee and give them dirty lickings. Whack, whack, whack. But false crack is what, say, somebody is having an argument, two guys are having an argument, and then false crack is when the guy catches the other guy unaware and really knocks him out. Reese's Cuisina in Kaneohe. I don't even know where that is or what that's about. I will check it out. Is that the brand new Filipino place over by the post office, I bet? Because my friend and I want to go one day. I think she said it's kind of almost like a buffet. We got all excited, a new Filipino restaurant in Kaneohe, and we didn't have a Filipino restaurant here in Kaneohe. I'll have to look it up. They just opened, so I can't imagine that they'd already have reviews. But I've lived in Kaneohe since 1992, so I kind of sort of know most of the little mom and pop places around. You sit on your feet. Hey, do it, Katie, while you're young and your joints still bend. Grace, you live over here. Are you the lady that lives in Makiki? No, not Makiki. Kaimuki. Grace, you stay in Kaimuki. It hurts your knees. Oh, you're in California. Well, that was fun. Did y'all catch that? And what's up with this y'all biz? Did you hear me? I started, oh my goodness. When I did that Nutri-Slicer the other day, did you catch that at the very beginning? I didn't even hear it when I was doing the video. And I played the video back and I heard myself say, "Morning, y'all." And I thought, where the heck did that come from? I have been out of Texas for a very long time. And I worked hard to lose my Texas accent because it was so thick and I would get teased mercilessly about how I said oil. I didn't say it like that. I've learned how to say oil. Oh, that's right. Grace, you're coming. That's right. And you were going to be on Oahu for 11. Oh my goodness. Grace, email me at grandmagiggles.com, okay? I'll give you my cell phone number. And you can give me your cell phone number because I don't answer calls that I don't recognize the phone number. So if you give me your phone number in email, I'll plug it into my phone with your name. When you get here, then we gotta hook up. Maybe you and I can go to this place in Kaneohe. I'm so excited, Nicole. It begins. It begins. October, I get Grace coming. November, who's coming? Then, let's see, October, then November, and then January, December and January, people are coming. I know I had one every month. Yeah, I remember. Oh, when you were saying that you were coming, then I remembered the conversation. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Mel. She's coming soon, Mel. I get to see her, and then I get to see you. Oh, Katie, that would be killer. I would love it. Oh, I'd love it if you were taking a vacation over here, Kate. I could show you places, and then when I come, I can daydream. I can daydream that I would someday have the kind of cash that I could come to Scotland. Then you could show me around. Kate is from Scotland. Isn't Scotland where originally where Sean Connery is from? He's such a sexy cutie guy. Although I know he's got a reputation for being kind of at times, not so nice to people in real life, but what an actor, right? Seems to me that I recalled that Sean Connery was from Scotland. And then, you know who's from an island kind of close to Scotland? I can't remember what island. It's John McClane, that beauty guru. Kate, did you follow Peter? Is that how you found me? Because, Peter talks about the beauty gurus, and then he laughs and says he's a booty guru. That's a joke. And then I laugh and I say I'm the foodie guru. Sean is from Scotland. Where are you at, Magnuna Hiaki? Somewhere that is like Tonga? Fiji? It's close to Hawaiian kind. It sounds similar. Samoa? No. Egypt. So you probably don't pronounce your last name Hiaki. That's a Hawaiian way I would pronounce it. Hi, Mitzi. That's our lady from New Zealand. We're all planning our dream vacations. We have a new lady joining us from Scotland. Her name's Kate. She's the one that's K8SW. Her name is Kate. Oh, Sammy. Okay, that's a lot easier. I think you probably told me that another time, but it's hard to remember everybody. Just ask Lizzie. It took me how many times before I remembered Lizzie? Oh no, I'm only down to this much water. So you guys, unless you rewatch the replay of this live, you won't know that I tried this because it's got pistachio. Sorry, it's backwards. I got to look at my cell phone and see if I can get the settings adjusted so it's not backwards. But thin Oreos with pistachio filling, and came highly recommended by Michelle and Adam, and they were right on the money. That's pretty onolicious. And so, yeah, if you like pistachio, surprise, surprise, it does taste good in those Oreo cookie crisps. So I only ate 3. Cam Highway. Okay, Grace, then I know where it's at. It's over by the post office. Over by Paquet's Chinese restaurant. It's a small little strip mall. It's got like a washateria in it and stuff like that. Hey Lauren, have you gone and got the pumpkin spice snickerdoodles yet from Walmart? Yeah, Kate, I was expecting us not to have it because Hawaii gets everything late from the mainland. And I was surprised that it was in our military grocery store because they're even worse than Hawaii. The grocery stores in Hawaii will get some new products, and then maybe 6 months later we'll get it in the commissary. I never watched Dustin. I watched Peter enough to know, and I've experienced that kind of shady behavior out of people. So, I'm fully in, I stand beside Peter 100%. But I don't want to talk about it too much because that really bothers him. And you know what? He loves me and he thinks I'm hilarious, and he might just pop in and watch my video, and I don't want to stir up or trigger any bad emotions because I love him. So, yeah. Oh, tattoos. That's right. I was going to make a video. That's my cat, Smokey. Some of mine really need touched up because they're so old. Oh, you live in Dubai. Lauren, oh my goodness. All of the stuff that I see there that's so amazing. Ah. So what took you to Dubai? You have amazing stuff in Dubai. Oh, America's Got Talent. That's one of the few shows that I would watch when I watch TV. This one is hard to tell. I got it a week after the 9/11 thing, but it says, "We stand united and free." His writing is not very good. And it used to have white stars, and this used to be really red. And then it has 9/11/01. I got that totally free because a very patriotic tattoo artist in Eva Beach was giving away free patriotic tattoos for the first month after that happened. So oh, I thought you said you do live in Dubai. It's a great place to visit. I moved here for work. I'm a flight attendant. Oh, flight attendant, originally from Australia. Oh, this is all interesting. They have amazing food, but the cookie department is lacking. um, the architecture is what is amazing to me. And they have a lot of technological stuff. that I see displayed on Facebook, like little videos of this and that and the other thing, and I'm always just amazed. I know a lady that has been a flight attendant for over 40 something years for Hawaiian Air, but she doesn't fly to Dubai. She flies to like Hong Kong and Korea and Katie, grandparents can be funny, huh? In Hawaii, tattoos are just very commonplace. I know a lot of places in the mainland, it still can cause problems in getting a job. Oh, stepdad, sorry. But over here, you'll even see in like Macy's people with tattoos. So, and then the funny part about it is like at the Denny's restaurant, this one girl lady, I should say, because they're 37 now. She was classmates with my daughter, and she'd come over to the house when she was a teenager. And she works at Denny's, and she has to cover up her tattoos at Denny's. But then at Macy's, they don't have to. So go figure. But now they've got a lot of good tattoo cover-ups, makeup. So that's not really a thing anymore. What's amazing, Lauren, that Macy's workers will have tattoos? Or the fact that I said I saw a lot of technology. Like I was seeing, it may have all been just phony. I don't know. But I was seeing one place that supposedly in Dubai, like I saw a mom, a dad, and a small child, and they were watching like, I guess it was holograms come up and interact with like whales and live animals, but they weren't really. But I don't know what that was about. Have you heard about that stuff in Dubai? Did anybody else see on Facebook, maybe last year, that video of like it was some sort of technological expo, and like it looked like the animals were coming right up out of the floor, and they really looked like they were really, really there. It was really scary. Oh, wow, that's cool, Lauren. That's cool about the holograms in the airport. Well, just think about it a really long time, Jim. I mean, Katie, because you want to like those tattoos even when you're 60 or 70 years old. Sometimes people regret the tattoos that they chose in their younger years. That is something else. Like uh, I see some of the architecture that is just, you wouldn't believe that it could actually stand up. It looks like it defies gravity. What was my first tattoo? Aw, Piglet. That's cute, Kate. I believe my first tattoo was this one that says the twins over here. And then over here, coming downwards, it says Venus. And then it's got two little hearts. And then it says Pua, Pua. Now, these are the two twin sisters, Venus and Pua, that were black kitties. Like a black, everybody thinks of them as witches' cats. And I think that was my first one. I hand raised them from birth. I rescued them. I had told that story another time of rescuing them, and then I hand raised them from birth, giving them formula every 2 hours and taking care of them. And they thrived, and so I was responsible for them. And they were kind of my babies. And I'm not really into cats. I love dogs more, but they were my babies. And there's something special like when they were 4 or 5 weeks old and they finally opened their eyes and they've been hearing your voice, they've been feeling your body hold them and your energy, and you've been mama to them, and they open their eyes for the first time and look at you, and it's just something really unique about that experience. I don't think, no matter how you feel about any animal, if you had that kind of experience, you couldn't help but love them. And they were really very different cats. They were raised with my, back then when they were kittens, my puppy was a golden retriever, and they loved him, and they behaved like a dog, because they could be upstairs laying on the ledge of the stairway. And if I called them, now most cats, if you call them, they kind of give you that stink eye, right? And then I just look the other direction and they stay sitting where they're at. And it's kind of as if they're thinking, as if I'm going to get up and come over there. But Venus and Pua, whenever you'd call them, you'd hear them jump down off the ledge. You could hear them boom, because they were a good 12 pounds. And they'd come running down the stairs and they'd come up and they'd look at you and butt your head and look at you like, what did you want, Mom? What'd you want? Now, Pua, she was the one that was a little bit, she was the runt, and she would feel insecure and she would come and suck on my earlobe and drool. I don't know why, but she'd suck on my earlobe and my whole neck would be wet. She'd drool while she was sucking on my earlobe, and that seemed to give her emotional comfort when she did that. Venus was the one that would give you dirty stink eye. She would kind of glare. She would really glare. But she was sweet anyhow. She was a never bad cat. Except as far as tearing apart our couch. No matter how much you cut their toenails. Oh, Caitlin, you gotta go. Okay. Yes, Nicole, I still miss mine. My golden retriever, Donnie. His name was technically on his AKC papers, it was Don Juan de Maui, because he had come from a breeder in Maui. But I called him Donnie, or Baby Boo Boo Bear, or Kiki Kiki, because he'd like to lay on his back on the carpet and wiggle to and fro and kick his legs up, directly up and down in the air. And he was so adorable. Even if I was only gone for half an hour to run to the market, when I came home, he'd be crying up a storm, jump on his hind legs, and then wrap his front legs around my waist and hug me. I know he's waiting on the other side for me. You have a good evening, Caitlin. Love you. Have good dreams. You have a good day, too. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, Donnie, my baby Boo Boo Bear. I was really wrecked after he died from old age. And then, like I said, 27 days later, my toy poodle, Grace, she died. So that was really hard. Oh, Nicole, too. Well, if I thought that I could keep up with a big dog, I would have another one. But in the physical condition I'm in right now, it just would not be good because you really got to take them downstairs and walk them. And see, with my two little couch potato, poodle and Maltipoo, they just like to stay in the house. Their version of exercise is running like it's the Indy 500 up and down the stairways. Oh, that's funny, Katie. Kate Land. I'm getting Ono for dinner. Oh, it's 4:30, no wonder. We didn't have lunch. I think I'm going to hang up and go have dinner and then make my video to upload. Katie, that's funny. Well, that's like people look at my last name, Rutter. Now they would look, these same people would look at Butter and they would say butter, right? And most of us are lazy tongue. We're not going to say butter. We don't enunciate that clearly. We just round it out with D's like butter, right? But those same people will look at Rutter and say Rooter, Mrs. Rooter. And I felt like, why did all English rules go out the door when they say see the R in front instead of the B? Rooter would be Router, right? Or Rutter. Oh, you will? Katie, what are you going to choose your last name? Ikatson? Ikatson? Yeah, yours is a little bit hard because it looks like it comes from Sweden or something. Ikotson? Ikatson? Okay, Kate. Yeah, because it's the wee hours in the morning over there in Scotland. Mwah. I'm going to send you a hug too. Ooh, because you're the first time I've seen you. So I have to hug you and send you my hugs and kisses. Mwah. Did you subscribe so that you can hear the little notification if I upload a thing for you to see? Kate? I hope. Hit the subscribe. Because I'm going to upload a story. Plus, Kate, go and join on Facebook, not tonight because you need your sleep. But in Facebook, there's a group called Sunny's Chatterbox. And join with that, and then you can upload your picture of your pets, a picture of you in our albums. You can leave messages in the discussion area. And that way you can get a hold of any of us at any time practically. Leave a message, and as soon as we see it, we'll answer you. Night. I think she's already gone before I could tell her. That's okay, she'll figure it out. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. I didn't know. Yeah, Sunny's Chatterbox. Yeah. I'm going to say goodnight to all of you because I figured that at 4:30 in the afternoon, since we haven't eaten since about 11 in the morning, I do need to eat. Okay, honey, Kate. Kate, honey. Yeah, because sometimes we want to talk to each other, even though, and it's hard with just leaving comments. Oh, and also, Kate, remember tomorrow Find a recipe that you would like to see us try and put it in the recipe submission contest. Because if you're the winner, I have to figure out with the people at the post office how to send you a little box of goodies. I never sent something outside of the United States before. Love you. Okay, everybody, I'm going to say goodnight. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Aloha. I hate to hang up. You guys that know me know this well. It's like, oh, I'm dragging my feet because I know, like, say goodbye, okay? Okay, so I'm going to make a video after supper, so pay attention to your notifications because then you'll want to see that. Okay, Mel. Night. I'm going to see you all guys later. Bye.